Next on Great Day at 9A. Queen Elizabeth laid to rest. Now, what's next for the royal family as they move past the Elizabethan era?
A local family taking on a fight against childhood cancer together. Their quest to help goes on for miles.
The moves and reps to get yourself moving. Our 5-minute fitness coaches are here this morning to start the week on the right foot.
And why you need to change up your skincare routine ahead of the change in weather. It's all ahead on Great Day at 9A.
Good Monday morning, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us here. Great Day at 9A. I'm Caitlin Francis in for Nicole.
And I'm Lauren Richardson, subbing in for Scott while he's off today. So it's my first time today getting to co-host Great Day at 9A.
Well, we're so happy to have you.
I'm so excited to be here. So we're going to get a quick check of your forecast in just a minute, but we have a lot going on today.
Yeah, we're going to get you a quick check at some of those headlines first here this morning. As many as 2 million people filled the streets of London to watch Queen Elizabeth's funeral procession. We were just watching on CBS Mornings. Channel 3's Ian Lee shows us what it was like.
King Charles III led the royal procession as a gun carriage carried Queen Elizabeth's coffin to Westminster Abbey for her state funeral. 142 Royal Navy sailors pulled the carriage, the same one used for the Queen's father, King George VI. The royal family and more than 2,000 guests filled the centuries-old church to honor the late monarch who died at age 96.
Her allegiance to God was given before any person gave allegiance to her.
Queen Elizabeth had planned her funeral down to the smallest detail. The service ended with 2 minutes of silence across the nation and the revised national anthem, God Save the King. After the funeral, a procession full of pageantry took the Queen's coffin through the historic heart of London, giving the public one more chance to say goodbye. This is the Queen's final journey through the British capital, but millions here are reluctant to let her go.
I don't think we're ever going to have a monarch that's going to reign for 70 years again.
10 days of national mourning will come to an end when the monarch is laid to rest in a private ceremony at St. George's Chapel in Windsor, alongside her late husband, Prince Philip. Queen Elizabeth's passing at age 96 came the same year she celebrated 7 decades on the throne as Britain's longest reigning monarch. Today marks the end of the Elizabethan era. Ian Lee, CBS News, London.
Wow, I mean, what a spectacular service. We've been looking in and out all morning long.
I know. What an era, too. I mean, a legacy that she left behind as well.
Oh, my goodness. 70 years of service. Yes.
Amazing.
And as we just heard one of those mourners talk about, probably never to be seen again. So very interesting. But yes, we just saw one of those photos in that story from Ian Lee there of the Queen from her Jubilee that was just released by the royal family yesterday. But yeah, so as we're speaking, they're probably doing that private ceremony
right now,
as she will be laid to rest by her late husband, Prince Philip. But lots of people in attendance there. 2,000 people invited to the ceremony in Westminster Abbey, including President Biden and the First Lady.
Yes, a lot of people were there. Obviously, we were talking about this too, just such a big deal for England, for everybody. I mean, here, you know, everybody is watching as well.
We were talking about this because it's just the pomp and circumstance of everything is not something that we're used to seeing, and obviously very, very different in other parts of the world. But David Beckham, he's a big name.
He waited in line too to see her, right? He waited 12 hours, we were talking about.
Yeah, more than 12 hours.
Yeah, 13 hours.
In the queue, as they say, over across the pond. In the line, in the queue. But I think that just goes to show that regardless of your status or your wealth or wherever you stand in society, obviously the Queen, Her Majesty, made quite an impression on her people.
Oh, definitely. And I mean, all of the traditions, too, just so very interesting to see all those traditions. And also Charles, too, is going to have his coronation in the spring or summer of next year.
Yeah, that's what they're
saying right now.
Yeah, they're speculating.
Yeah, so of course we'll keep you updated here on all the royal news, of course.
And full wrap-up at noon, and then on Eyewitness News starting at 4 o'clock. But we live-streamed the entire service. Started at 6 o'clock local time here in Connecticut. Connecticut and 11 o'clock in London.
Yeah, we had it on the morning show too. We streamed it from 7 to 9, right? So we'll be continuing to talk about it. But we do have a lot going on in weather too.
Yeah, Hurricane Fiona made landfall over the Dominican Republic early this morning after leaving crippling damage behind in Puerto Rico over the weekend.
It's just so devastating, so catastrophic. The storm is expected to drop up to 30 inches of rain. Officials in Puerto Rico say the entire island could be without power for several more days, and the storm has washed away bridges, homes, even an airport runway. President Biden has declared a state of emergency there. So, I mean, just so incredibly devastating, Caitlin. Shelters have been opened. Hundreds of people have been evacuated. I mean, Puerto Rico, the entire country lost power, basically.
I know, and this is
storm.
Unfortunately something that they're used to. You know, Hurricane Maria 5 years ago. Yep. So it's very unfortunate. We got to keep good thought for all those folks. But
definitely, and the Dominican Republic too.
It made landfall there early this morning. As a Category 3, or was it increasing to a Category 3?
It is a Category 1 still, but we are expecting it to get to Category 3 status by Wednesday. So at that point, it will be out to sea. But the other thing,
it can stay out there.
Right, exactly. The other thing that we're tracking, of course, is its path. And you know, right now it does look like it's going to be way to the east of us on the East Coast. So we'll be keeping you posted, of course, here on WFSB. So stay with us, but also talking about our local weather conditions.
Yeah, we got a little bit of rain.
Yeah, I mean, we got a little rain out there in the northeast corner of our state, and I do want to mention, so there's the chance for some of these spot showers, maybe even a quick downpour through this morning and through this afternoon. Here's a look at our futurecast, though, and yes, you could see through this afternoon, this evening, a couple sprinkles out there, maybe an isolated storm. The northwest corner is actually in the marginal risk category, the level 1 category for strong to severe storms. We could be seeing some gusty wind, also the threat for some very quick but heavy downpours, maybe even a little localized flooding as this moves from west to east. Now by 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock tonight, I think this all wraps up. Tomorrow is going to be a much drier day. Temperatures will be in the upper 70s for tomorrow, and we could see maybe a spot shower in the afternoon. And then for Wednesday, it's going to be nice, mostly sunny, temperatures in the upper 70s, but it's still a very summertime feel like that out there, Caitlin. I mean, it feels sticky, it feels hot.
It was a nice mild start this morning. The weekend was spectacular.
It was perfect. And you know what? Do you like fall weather? Do you like that crisp, cool air?
Fall is my favorite season here.
I know, you say that. Yep.
I've been clinging to summer. I don't know why.
She does not want to let it go.
I don't know. I'm not usually like this. I'm usually like, it can get out of here. And this year, I don't know what my problem is, but I just am holding on tight.
I mean, well, the bad news for you, I guess, is that we're going to have cooler air coming in on Friday. So we're talking about temperatures.
I think by the time it gets here, I'll just get used to it and it'll be fine. I'm ready to go apple picking.
You'll be ready.
It's fine.
I know.